skip our first 10 minutes as is traditional.
Hey,
I will say I'm impressed. We are up to 14 subscribers. I don't know how many of them are you guys, but there's 14 subscribers on the YouTube channel. And our first video, I
cool.
think, last I looked, it had close to 100 views, which
Hey,
is
Nice.
kind of like, wow, holy shit, 100 people have been like interested enough in us playing D&D to watch us. Cool.
hmm
So to anybody
hey
that watched,
guys.
thanks. Yeah,
Hi.
I can't believe we actually had somebody watch the shit. But
Nice.
um, yeah. So a brief recap: after you guys traveled back into the past and found yourselves in the Moonsea area, you had traveled southeast towards the city, or I'm sorry, the country of Chisenta, uh, in specific to its current capital, Cimron, where you met with the aid of your dragon taxis, essentially, Chizar, the dragon king of Chisenta. Um, so, timeline wise, you guys arrived there briefly after Chizar wrested control of Chisenta from the neighboring countryside of Unther. Uh, and he will tell you over the course of the night that you guys spent, because at the end of your last session you said you took a long rest, um, and he would have probably spent some of that time explaining the situation to you. He tells you that Unther has was at one point uh, a leader of the people and a considered a good stalwart man, but at some point in the last 20 years he had become tyrannical and become very oppressive to the people. And Jazar, of course, is very much a champion of the people. He seems like maybe Red Dragon, Red Party. I don't know. Um, but he very much believes that he can both control a population and be beneficial to it. That is kind of his philosophy, I think. And so as he relates this tale, he tells you of Unthar's invasion of like civilians' privacy, these forces of kind of half orc and like traditionally more at this time especially what were considered less civilized races. He's begun to use some of these in his like brute squads essentially. Like they're starting to see like gnolls and things like that, and it's made a lot of the countryside very uneasy. But after Chazar came through, he's so far cleared all of that up. And Unther is led by a man named Gilgium. I don't know if I said that or not. Uh, Gilgium is said to have the favor of the Untheric pantheon, and here's a fun fact Maggie would know. Because of her history of being from Chisenta, she would have heard this as like ancient history in like school growing up. This would be like the equivalent of like ancient Greece and ancient Rome to us. Um, as far as like how similar their pantheons are. Like they essentially each have a god, like they might have a god of wine, and they are so similar but named different. But it's enough, as you know from the real world, to cause large amounts of commotion between countries quite often. And that's basically been the history of the Chisentan people and the Untheric people. Uh, Chazar has worked diligently for the last year to 6 months or so, like in that range. He's finally conquered several cities in Chisenta to enough to for some of the other neighboring states to recognize him as a rightful ruler that is doing a better job of things than Gilgium was. And after your long rest in the morning, Jazar would have asked you to meet him in this kind of old decrepit temple area where there are some kind of decaying pillars and things, broken down remnants of houses, and it's all gated off. Uh, and it seems kind of odd because he like so far you haven't seen like a palace in Cimron. it's just been regular like houses, and they're very beautiful. They're very ornately done, and they're very tall for the for what you've seen in the rest of the realms through your travels. Like most places don't seem to have, aside from like Wizards Towers, they don't do these huge 6 and 7 story buildings. It's more like 2-story houses. Um, and this is again because of this ancient kind of architecture that's been going on now, as Chisenta and Unther and the surrounding area are sort of the cradle of civilization. So they've been around still, even though you guys traveled 500 years back. They've been around for 1,500 years or so. They actually predate the Dale Reckoning calendar by about 1,000 years. And as you meet in the morning with Chazar, uh, he asks what it is specifically that he can do to aid you in your quest. So refresh my memory. I don't know. Did you guys tell him you were from the future? I don't think you did, right? You kind of kept that on the DL.
Yeah, we haven't told him that.
Okay. So yeah, as far as he knows, you've just sort of explained that there's like a lich and it's giving you problems, and you're trying to solve those problems, right? That's as much as I remember, to be honest.
Yeah, basically Maggie presented it as if, Hestia had told her that here's something that's going to happen from the future, and I need you to convince Jazar to help in the future.
Okay.
She didn't say that explicitly, like she hasn't lied to him, but that's essentially what she's conveyed to him.
Okay.
And then they also conveyed that they wanted to go to those fallen cities, and that they had need of those wizards, but they didn't say why.
Yep.
And a lot of Maggie's hesitance on that was she didn't want to say anything around what's his name, Gnawbone.
Yep, around the Green Dragon. Yeah.
Yep. And is like not at all confident that Chazar would have like loyalty to her over Gnawbone,
Okay. Yeah, so as you guys meet in the morning, like he asks, like I said, specifically like what favor can he do for you to assist you on this quest? Like, do you need transport? Do you need the aid of brave men and women? Being that you haven't told him that your problem actually kind of lies in the future, he's ready to go wherever you wish to go.
Mm-hmm.
So you've now left yourself with a bit of a perplexing problem.
Okay, is it possible for me to speak to everybody with our little Reggie channel for a second?
Yeah.
I suggest perhaps that maybe we explain to the dragon that God wants us to get to the future to help with the lich. Maybe not explain they're from the future, just that we want to get to the future.
Right. Yeah,
Sense.
that's pretty straightforward. Doesn't have to know we're from the future to know we want to get there.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Well, he would tell you that he knows that there are ways to go about traveling through time, although as much knowledge as he has, he knows that it is very dangerous. He tells you that it can cause great complications. But it is possible. He says that there are, throughout the world, at specifically those fallen Nethril cities that you talked of course, the Nethrilese being the kind of innovators of magic, they were the first to use mythals, which means that some of the most powerful mythals and the most OG technology, because the Nethril they're like from around the same time that like Chisenta and Unther kind of originated. Like, so about 1,500 years ago, these Nethril cities were floating above everything. Meanwhile, there was people like the Chisentans and the Untherans on the ground that were more of a common folk. They didn't really have access to magic until much later. But he tells you that in those ancient magical cities, most likely would be your best bet to find a mythal, and you would need a very powerful spellcaster that knew the kind of ins and outs of time or temporal magic to help you. He himself does not possess that.
Does he know of somebody?
He says that Ilmirth, the blue dragon, might know something more about it than he does, but he has already departed back to his land near the Moonsea. He can send
How
out a
far to get
message.
there?
It's about a day's travel. I think you guys traveled.
I don't know.
Via flight.
Do you guys
Can
want
he-
to travel
what about-
a day to go see him, or?
He tells you he can send him a message, and you guys can he can use like a sending spell, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, if you can get
Just
that
say
in.
what's up.
Yeah.
The blue dragon responds and tells you that your agreement was for him to not harm you, that he did not necessarily have to assist you in your quest, but for the sake of entertainment, he will, in this case, acquiesce. And he tells you that in order to use a mythal, for time travel, there would be a series of components needed that you would need to collect, all of which are extremely rare components. Like, he's listing off things like phoenix feathers and like werewolf blood. These aren't like necessarily game specifics. I guess they could be, but they are rare to the point of absurdity, we'll say. You're not really even sure where you would begin to look for a lot of them. And like when he's listing them off, there's like 6 or 8 of them in rapid fire. You don't catch a couple of them. He tells you that he would know one man who would know the answer to these questions, though. That would be one Elminster Elrund. Probably pronouncing that terribly wrong. You guys all recognize this to be the name of the very sage that you guys encountered very briefly before your last. It was about 5 sessions ago. The crazy old man that showed up and told you a bunch of shit, and then was like, "All right, you gotta go."
Mm-hmm.
Where was that? I don't remember.
It was in the Dale Lands, in that area, I think.
It's the one that gave Vanadia the cards.
Yes.
Right.
The men's.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Can Chazar help us find Elminster? Is the ask then?
He says, "I shall do my best and send my merchants out to seek these things for you, as you have aided me greatly. You are, after all, my champions." And he kind of smiles. He says, "Yes, I was totally doing that to be a dick to them. I figured you guys could handle yourselves."
Am I still infected, or does Maggie still see me as infected?
Yes, you absolutely see that there's an infected thing above your head.
Yeah, I would say that'd be a high priority.
Now there's actually a timer next to it that has a running number, and it says like it's the equivalent of 19 hours, but it's in like military times. It's like, it switches right from like as she's looking, it goes just past 19 and goes down to like 18:59:58 down to the millisecond. It's just churning down at the end.
Okay. Can Chajar help with that?
Yeah, if you ask him, let's find out. Let's go check on dragon stats. Let's see. 13. First, can he figure out what the problem is? Yup. Next, can he make the problem go away? Do. He tells you that you have what appears to be, or what is called in the northern regions, north of the remaining kingdom of Unther, the Blood Plague, and it's been affecting kingdoms to the north and the east pretty rapidly for the last few months. There's been reports of it coming in where it's wiped out whole towns. It starts off, the first day you might kind of feel a little bit sick. Just kind of the sniffles, nothing terrible. The next day, you begin to sort of grow these pox on you, and by the third day, you essentially are a walking, living zombie. You are no longer in control of your functions, or so it would seem for the people that have suffered from this.
Right.
He tells you that a remove curse will not work, but a remove disease will. It's a fairly basic spell. He says there should be clerics in the town that will do it for a fairly cheap donation, like 25 gold.
For some reason, that's not a spell that Maggie has.
Do you have just heal? Heal does like all those things.
I have a cure wounds.
Well, that'll cure physical damage, but won't cure the infection, unfortunately.
I also don't have just heal.
I also have a fortune stone that ends a
What
condition.
level is that? That's...
Oh, that would work, John. That would absolutely work.
All right. I use one of my fortune stones and cure.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you hold it up, to Tohan's chest, and kind of it begins to hum, gets this glow to it, and then it just it sort of gets red hot for a second, and then implodes in on itself, just like makes this like noise, disappears, and Tohan, the infected sign and the timer above your head disappear.
Nice.
I don't see any of that.
No.
It's like, oh, thanks.
No, you actually don't feel any different at all. Like you
I had like a summer cold.
Yeah, you sniffled like twice, maybe coughed once. Just thought that you had like a alligator jerky caught in like your tonsils or something.
I figured might as well, if we can take care of it now, might as well, just in case something gets us distracted from or delayed from getting to somebody who can cure it.
Yeah, it would also be really bad if your DM took control of the murder lizard.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, you don't want to fight zombified.
Nobody wants to fight zombified Tohan.
Ew.
We have something of Elminster's. We could try scrying on him, or even sending a message to him, seeing how we've met him before.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have the cards that he gave him, and I think he also left a note.
What did the note say?
Basically, like, use these cards in time of need or something.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Insert MacGuffin here.
And we got no sense from him as far as as far as we know, he's like true neutral essentially, right? He's just like a weird dude.
Well, we know he's no fan of the Lich.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he definitely seemed to be trying to assist you.
All right. Well, Maggie can cast a sending spell and talk to him if they've met.
Yeah, what's your 20, bro?
So Chazar doesn't know where he is though, right?
Between Chazar and Ilmirth, they would know that he resides somewheres around Shadowdale. It's rumored that he has a house there somewhere. Which would be, I think, to the north and west of where you guys are, if I remember correctly.
On this side of the Moonsea, or?
I think it's to the southwest of the Moonsea. You guys right now are actually all the way back south in Chisenta, southeast of the Sea of Fallen Stars, I think? If I'm remembering my map correctly. I have it loaded, but I also have a scene set up here, so I don't want to shift just yet. We can talk about the specifics of the map later. But yeah.
So,
oops, sorry.
Yeah, I guess can Chazar get us to Elminster? Yeah. Maggie's curious if Chazar can get them to him before she reaches out to him.
Yeah, give us a lift, Chazar. Come on.
Well, let's see. There's 4 of you.
For old time's sake.
He could probably be convinced to do this. Let's see if he wants to or not.
I was gonna say this might be below him.
Come
Oh,
on,
I didn't know.
come on, Chaz.
He's like a
Chaz.
god. He's like a dragon god king.
Can I roll persuasion?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead and
but-
roll persuasion, Jen.
I think me and Chaz have a thing going on. So
Oh, okay.
17.
Okay, so I did a contested charisma saving throw for him, and
Uh-huh.
I actually used one of his legendary reactions that he gets for the day, and still failed with a 1 and an 8.
amazing.
The legendary reaction to re-roll a failed save, and got
Man,
an
his
8.
magic is something.
So yeah, I don't know, Jen. You bat your eyelashes, and this dragon was like, "Oh, of course." Something. But yeah, he agrees to give you a
Vanadia's
ride,
fuming right now.
give you a ride there if you wish to. But before you guys can kind of take him up on this, you begin to hear this cacophonous sort of klaxoning alarms, like these whir, whir, and you hear cries of Unther's forces. They've come back. And Chazar says, "Oh dear, I'll have to deal with these fools again. Your ride will have to wait for just a bit. It seems I have some defense of a city to take care of." And you can hear people screaming about the Untherans having passed several of the gates. It seems that they've come in under the city walls, what there are of walls in this town. And as you kind of look around, you can see off on either side of you, there is a clash between the city guard and the forces of Unther. So, really quickly, the way that I'm making this work is essentially I'm rolling a d10 for each of them. The higher roll wins. Loser takes a point of damage and gets moved. The whole thing moves inward. Chazar tells you, we can do the cool little like, "Hey, here's where you have to go" thing. He says, get to the old temple in the center of town before the invading forces do, so as he can ensure that he can wipe the rest of them out, essentially. He says, "I have a way, but I want you to be safe. My people are protected, but if I use this, anyone caught in the streets outside of the temple will be destroyed." He says, it will take me about 10 minutes. Can you be in there in 10 minutes? It's a ways away.
Dylan's gonna have to pick Maggie up and run.
I can hop on my room and go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that seems pretty broomable.
Yeah.
That's probably like a 30-second broom, full tilt, right?
How long did it take me to get on my broom, Zach? I can go 50 feet per.
Let's find out. Little measuring tool.
That's it. It's only 50. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty fast.
Well,
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
walking
it's
smooth's
50,
30, you know, but
I
I'm
just,
sure.
in terms of like thinking of like people flying on brooms, it usually seems like
Yeah, but
that much faster than running. You know what I mean?
it's like straight as an arrow, you know, like
Totally. Yeah.
you don't have to go around buildings and stuff.
No,
Yeah,
definitely.
going as the crow flies.
Hmm.
Okay, so each square on the map is 10. So it is, yeah, I mean, that can't be right. It should be like 6. Did I switch it to inches accidentally or something? That looks closer, right? Okay, I must have had it in inches when I did the map. I didn't realize that. So it's about 600 feet away right now. So yeah, I mean, in a few turns you could make that. You know, it's 12 turns total, but 10 minutes. combat wise, is like 60 rounds or something. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to take you 60 rounds to get there if you fly in a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, what about
It's like a 1 minute, basically. Yeah.
I mean, I can move
So-
40 feet, and if I use an action, I can dash and move
Mhm.
80 feet. I could actually
Mhm.
outrun your broom, pretty much. So
Yeah, I can dash to 60.
okay? So if one of us carries Maggie, then all of us together should be able
I'll
to
do
do
it.
it.
I was gonna say, why don't you just put Maggie on the broom with you?
Maggie doesn't like the broom. Maggie will get picked up by a strong Venadia.
Come
Okay.
on, yeah. Let's get a piggyback going.
I was like, I'm already carrying Guilfoyle, I think. I don't know.
I've been waiting for a piggyback, actually. Like,
I think
that was one of the
Guilfoyle-
first things I thought of when we got the belt.
Guilfoyle figured out a way to get inside of the sack of oranges, and he's just like peaced out for a while. Like he'll probably be back at some point. Valk like is like again. I don't know how many of you played Final Fantasy 3 for the Super Nintendo, but it's like Shadow, where he's the character that just randomly can totally disappear for the rest of the game if you fuck up a single scenario. Like that's Valk.
I more pictured Valk like woke up, but in real life, and he's like, "Oh, it's just a dream, but we're still here."
Yeah, he's still in the future somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "No, this is too silly. I'm not going back there." Yeah, I guess we take off toward the temple. I mean, though, my first thought is really just to rush the people and fight.
Right. Yeah, that's also Maggie's instinct. But if if Shazar says that they need to get to that temple, then she'll go with that.
Yeah, I guess we'll follow what the God King Dragon says.
All right. So I will have everybody roll initiative now, and that's going to last at least until you get to that temple. Inside of that temple.
Solid 4.
10 for
It's
me.
13.
Man, my computer is moving super slow.
All right, Dave, I had a 4. Nick, I had a 13, and Jen, I had a 10 for you.
I assume as my free action, I say my command and rise up about 20 feet to keep a good lookout for everybody as we're running.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a 10 as well. I get an advantage on my initiative rolls.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, from your vantage point, Jen, you can see, there seems to be two distinct groups kind of clashing. And it's maybe like 7 or 8 of the town militia, or not town militia, the town guard, I should say. Like the kind of military ranks of Chazar's army. Versus maybe a dozen or so. So they're outnumbered, but... And we'll have them figure out what they're doing first. So the Untherans drive the Chazarans back during this first minute, about this far. Something like that.
All right.
So whoever was first, that would be Venadia. Who would be first?
All right. Yeah, we're just rushing over there as fast as we can, right? I mean,
Well,
that's the
is
plan.
it possible for us to do our rushing, but at the same time do ranged attacks while we're rushing towards the tower?
Yes, for the purpose of this, I will let you get zappies off. So we will say that if you guys want, we can even double the turn time to be 12 seconds for each turn, and you guys can double your movement. Basically do it so on each turn you guys would take 2.
Sure. What do you guys think? That works for me.
The same thing for the bad guys, though. So wherever their initiative falls, they would go twice as well.
Sure.
All right.
I'm cool.
So all your movements are effectively doubled per turn. And the bad guy's movements as well. Alright, so we will say, first turn. Benedia, I can find you.
Yes, I'm going to dash for 60, so I guess 120.
Put the measurement tool on all you guys here. So what's your total dash?
60.
60. It's 50. Okay, so 60 gets you to right around there.
And then that would be for each turn.
Yep. So we're gonna double that. Do another 60, right?
Yep.
It's another 12. Okay, so you come rushing out. Do you want to? You're making like a beeline for this temple as much as you can.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd
So
cut
that's-
corners, whatever.
Yeah, if you're making a beeline up the street, it's gonna put you on a dead shot path with these guys essentially. So you can kind of see in front of you. This is what you see. You're behind the enemy forces now, and they are bashing away on this like shield wall of good guys. And you can see some of the Chisentan defenders have taken a little bit of damage. They've been hit a few times. So let's see. That's all that turn. Next person would be Tohan.
Yeah, same kind of thing. Going, my movement speed is 40, so if I dash, it's 80, and double that's 160.
Sweet.
80 is going to be 16. There's our 80.
Oh, was I supposed to pick up Maggie before I go?
I think Maggie
No,
was actually on Vanadia's back, right?
Yeah, I got Maggie.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily do that with the belt of such and such strength there. So if you want to, Tohan, you can get to these guys to actually attack one of these, like any of these guys. I've kind of grouped them, so their stats are all one kind of character. So like these, there's a lot of them, but you could do, hits. It's not going to be like you're not mechanically attacking multiple characters. You're just attacking one character.
Okay, I was going to use my
Yes.
breath weapon, but I guess it makes sense to not use my breath weapon then.
Yeah, you don't want to hit the chest
Okay.
guy.
Dave, do you want to have been put down when I got to where I am at this point?
No, you're like carrying me on a pinky. Like this is nothing for you, right? I'll just cast I'll just cast spells from your back.
I just didn't know if you
I burned
want
my
to stay
action to
if you
get
want to
up there,
stay at
so I
this
don't really have
range or
any
if,
attacks.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted a bonus action rage, anything like
Sure,
that.
yeah, yes, I would like to do that. But I don't have any attacks to use.
Dave, I just meant I don't know if you want to stay at this range because I'm going in.
Yeah, I'm close enough to do stuff.
Yeah, so I would have set you down here.
Arianth.
All right, I will follow these guys for 100.
Let's see, you said it's 50, and then you would get your dash action, so that's going to be 20 total. Alright, so that's one turn's worth.
Oh wait, I get a dash.
Well, you can always take a dash action. Like, you
Oh,
travel,
gotcha.
so you on your broom, you're traveling 50 feet, then you can use your
Yes.
action to take a dash. And in this case, since we're doing the kind of rapid fire to do the travel through the city, you can do that again if you so wish, or do one more movement and take an action.
I'll do one more movement and take an action.
And you would still have a bonus action as well, because you haven't used that yet. Whereabouts would you like to be from here? This was your initial 100 feet with the first dash, so you actually have this much range here. You can get to.
Is there any plant life anywhere near me?
There's a few shrubby trees kind of planted in squares, like over here.
Here, I'll put near the trees, as close to the trees as I can get.
Okay. Yeah, so there's up in here then. So you're hovering on your broom about 20 feet up.
Yep. And how far away am I from the enemy now?
Oh, let's find out. Those guys. About 40 feet. 45.
Alrighty. So I will. I'm going to use. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm going to cast Erasing Earth in a way that encompasses as many of the enemy without encompassing either Tohan or the good guys. It's a circle I can do.
Okay. It's up to a certain size? Because you could definitely hit like the center of these guys. They're about 10 foot wide at their center mass here.
Yeah, it's a 20 cube.
Okay.
Centered on a point.
So yeah, you can focus on them then.
Yeah, each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. Or take a 312 bludgeoning.
Let's see. Dex. Any bonuses to that? Nope. They make a 5 total.
Alright, it's a 16 saving throw, so.
Alright. So they are then affected by it. Take a point of damage.
Alright, they each take 17 damage then.
Okay. So as you do this, these troops are kind of knocked out of their regiment order, and the defenders, the Chisentans, are able to rush forward and kind of press these people, leaving you, Tohan, kind of surrounded by them. Like, they push these guys back, and you're sort of stuck here in the middle of these guys.
Sorry, Ron.
No, they're stuck there with me.
That's right.
You gotta say it lower and more like Christian Bale. They're in here with me. Alright, yeah. Maggie.
Maggie's gonna cast. So Maggie's gonna cast Toll of the Dead, which is a wisdom saving throw of 17.
Alright. Let's see. That is a big fat 6.
Nice.
So they fail that as well. That's extra damage on if they've already been hurt as well, right?
Yep.
Nice. You guys are like, this is annoying. Move.
19.
Like, I feel like that's the party reaction as a whole.
Yep. Swat it out of the way.
Alright, between you guys and the defenders, this particular group is defeated, essentially.
Nice.
The Chisentans cheer at your guys' presence, and as you look back, you see Chazar seems to be changing shape slowly from this humanoid shape he had taken, and he seems to be shifting back into his dragon form. He says, "Go on, get to the temple."
Wait, does he say it maybe a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Get to the temple now! Yeah.
Do it! Do it now!
I'm picturing like a mid-morph Animorph book cover.
Oh man.
Totally, yeah.
No gruesome.
Yeah, I figure everything ever is...
Poor Tobias.
Yeah, it's straight Cronenberg back there. Like, you look and it's American Werewolf in London. Not the shitty sequel. Alright, you guys continuing on here?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
Maggie, you still had a movement from where you were. I'll move you up next.
I mean, I guess the way I'm picturing it is like she's still on the back, like just cast.
Okay.
Cast.
Okay.
cast some spells from there if that works.
Yep.
Cool. Venetia?
All right. Yeah. I blow a fiery kiss to Chazar, and I march on down the road.
Alright. Your movement again was
It's gonna be 120 total.
120 total. Okay. Quick math.
Maggie rolled her eyes about that. So used to her kids getting attracted to the bad boys.
It's an infernal thing. You wouldn't understand, Grandma.
Alright, Tohan. Pressing on.
Yep, pressing on unless I see something ahead.
Alright, total distance for double march here was
160.
160. More higher math on your DM's part. 100, that's 130. 140. Is it really 32? 32 times 5 is 160? Doesn't sound right. Yeah, no, it is. Okay, wow. Alright, Jen. Ariant's turn.
I will follow Han and dash my way to the tower.
Alright. Quick, divide your movement by 5 for me. Haha! Crowdsourcing.
That should be 40, right? Because she got 200.
Yep, that would be correct if she gets 200 total.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Maggie, you're still riding on Venetia's shoulders. Just a
Yep.
quick look around here and see what you guys can see. Ooh, not the bottom of the table. That's not it. So you can see kind of off on your left-hand side here, a few hundred feet down, maybe 100 foot down, I don't know. Another section of Chaos Warriors combating with the Chisentan infantry. And let's see what happens. Oh, the Chisentans are putting up a valiant fight. And you can see them screaming over their shoulder. And Arianth, as you pass by, you can kind of see that there seems to be a larger skirmish going on in the park over here. To put you back where you are going, your destination is up here. It's the little building with the circle around it. So there's this kind of park, and you can kind of see that there is this large row going on, and it seems like the Jacentans are being forced backwards from all angles into this little kind of central park area.
How are we for time at this point?
Oh, it's been, I don't know, 30 seconds. What is it? One turn apiece. 6, 6, 6, 6. It's been about 2 minutes out of
10.
10.
Well, I can't really do anything. Can I dash both times or?
No, you're right. Yeah, unless you have a bonus action that you want to do.
I'll give Tuhan inspiration.
Okay. Alright, so if that's the case, it's back to the top of the turn order. So, Venetia, you are back here. You have a pretty clear line of sight on this as well, of the battle in the park going on.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie, you're trotting along, riding on the shoulders there. And off to your, off to this side, you can see these guys, and they're starting to kind of head over there. Put them up here. Clunk.
I ask Maggie what she thinks we should do here.
Maggie's like, I guess let's follow the dragon's instructions. We don't know what he's got up his sleeve.
So you're gonna continue to head straight towards the temple?
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Call ends in 10 minutes.
Oh, shoot. My my free subscription must have expired.
Hmm.
I will repost a new meeting in just like 2 seconds in the link. We'll just have to rejoin.
Okay.
New 1 hour episodes.
Join us next week.
Yeah, exactly. And then we can record 3 a night. It's perfect. Oh, he's always got content. It's crazy.
Yeah.
How many squares did we say you move? Just 160, so it's like 40 something.
Johan's 160, Vinity's 120, I think.
120 for ours, yeah.
It's 24. Okay, so there's that.
So each turn is usually 6 seconds.
Yeah, typically speaking.
So if we've gone 2 turns, this will be the third turn. That'll be 36 seconds so far.
Well, there you go. Now you have a better idea of it. Because I was kind of counting 6 seconds per person per round. That's the way I was doing it. The same idea.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But it would be like you said, if you're doing double turns, it's 12 seconds. So my math was off anyway.
I think there's supposed to be something for like how many times you can dash like in a row is like your con modifier too or something crazy. Or you might get like a point of exhaustion.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's probably other like crazy alternate rules and stuff. Like the DMG has this whole back section that's like alternate rules you can use. So the basic idea is there. You guys have a timer that's ticking down. Like maybe Maggie with the eye patch will probably even see like the timer over the building and like the directional arrow kind of pointing you guys there. Like the HUD map is like blinking.
Nice.
It's probably from like some kind of thing where like a class that doesn't get opportunity to attack that could just like rush in, attack, and like rush away before like on a slower thing. Like,
yeah,
it's like you can't keep doing that,
Right.
like cunning action.
Yeah.
Things like that are useful. Actually, the orc stat block that I'm using has cunning action for these guys, so I could be a lot more tactical with their battle, but their flavor mostly. Okay, so you guys run on. The battle in the park continues. And now that your sentence pushed back a bit, so everything kind of expands back outwards. They fight back a little bit. And there's some cheers from among the men. And these guys get back over there too. And now you guys wind up past where you can see them, mostly. Alright, so you guys are still headed over here to this building. Who did we not get yet? Ariance. Speed things up a little bit. We'll just say another 12 seconds passes, and I will put you guys farther up, and I'll give you a little extra distance on it. Because stuff needs to happen, otherwise it's boring. Alright, so as you round the corner to approach your destination, and fly around the corner to approach your destination, you now hear a great dragon roar out from where you guys had left him standing in a desolate parking lot. And Maggie, as a retcon, I meant to have Chazar tell you that that was the location where he was going to build the Temple of Hestia.
Oh,
in the
nice.
In the honor of your great deeds as his champion. So as you round the corner, you see yet another crowd of these guys locked in battle. Which direction do they go this time? The Chisentans push forward first this time and push these guys this direction. Oh. This direction.
Right into our murderous arms.
leaving the invaders' army facing away from you. Absolutely. So I guess is it back to Venedia? Yeah. See, top of the initiative again. This is our third turn, fourth turn.
How many feet away are we from this line right here?
These ones you're only about 80 feet away or so, it looks like.
Maggie, how close do you want to get?
I mean, if I'm within 60 feet, I'll do Toll the Dead. If I'm 120 feet, I'll do Guiding Bolt, and it doesn't seem to matter that much.
Well, it would be 2 turns, so I could drop you off within 20 feet of them, and then take my other turn and
Okay,
get in close and attack.
sounds good.
Cool. All right, so I'll move 60, and then my second turn I'll move 20 and attack.
You got it. So you move. Just trying to get a semi-accurate reading here. Just want you 20 feet away from it. What about there? Okay. Oh, 4 squares.
Maggie's like, "Oh dear, be careful," because she keeps forgetting that Venadia is this extremely strong creature now, and Maggie's weighed down with like many pounds of cooking iron.
Yeah, I imagine it's a very funny sound as you're just getting jostled on top
Yeah.
of an 80, like clang, 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 like just nonstop. People are like, would be like peeking out, like what the hell?
Do you think that you could ever be used as a weapon that you could ball up with all of your pots and stuff, and I could just throw you through like a line of defenders or something?
I think you could probably make that happen.
You could certainly try. I will point a Matt Mercer as right there. You can
it would
certainly
hurt.
try.
I think it would hurt Maggie more than it would hurt.
It might hurt Maggie. All right, it's slashy time.
She's got a lot of hard bits at this point.
All right, so Venadia, you are up behind these guys. You've got 1 action and a bonus action at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my 2-handed weapon.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 3. So far is a 26, and there's a critical 34, and a 28.
Okay, all 3 hit, and 1 was a crit?
Yep.
Okay. You fucking literally decimate these ranks. These things, like, you come up, and you straight fucking murder, like, half the platoon before the ones in front know that they're there. Like, before, like, they're just dropping. You're just coming up under chinks in armor and stuff, and, like, taking guys' heads off. Like, it's bad. It's really unpleasant for them.
Ninja
And,
Blender.
like, to the point where, like, the ones that are on the Chisentan defenders team are, they're backing off. They're like, whoa! Like, they look scared. So they're now bloodied, we'll say. They're, like, half dead, basically. It is now Tohan's turn. Where are you, Tohan?
I mean, if there's not there anymore, I'm just gonna keep dashing
You
toward
actually
the.
run up here more. I don't know why you dropped away.
Well, they're still there, right? But they're just kind of.
Yeah, they're just all fucked. They're fucked up.
Okay, I'll move and then I'll hit him.
All right. Let's see, 20 squares. So 80. So it's one of your 2 turns to get there, essentially. You're still raged, and yeah, so you get a action bonus action still. Actually, you'd have a movement action bonus action if you want. I don't know.
Okay, 27 to hit on the first one. $26 to hit on the second. I'm gonna assume both hit.
Yes, both hit.
41 damage total.
Okay. You come in on the back end of this attack, Tohan, and like you're batting cleanup. Like you just decimate the rest of these guys to the point where the Chisentans they were locked in battle with now turn and run because they don't know what the fuck just happened and they just see you like covered in blood. So they turn and they actually run about 40 feet this way.
I was about to.
Oh, shoot. northeast. Take that, Google Meets.
We solved your riddle.
Yeah. Infinite combo. Don't fuck with gamers. Please don't shut me down.
This video is brought to you by Google Meets.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Can you guys still see the board and everything? Did it come right back up to the map? All right. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, you guys. These Chaos Warriors are now just a bloody mess in the street, and the Chisentans are terrified and running away from you guys. See, Arianth, you're continuing on as well.
I am.
Okay. You have the biggest movement. That was 22. So you're able to get, over to about there. You come whipping over the top of it. Like, you literally, the timing has got to be such that, like, Arianth is, like, buzzing right above Tohan's axe as it's, like, coming across for, like, to kill the last guy. And she's like, whoa. Like, you look down and you just see this bloodbath underneath you, like, oh, Jesus. Well, like, what happened down there? And as you round the corner, you can see the two-building construct in the center of this little circle that Chazar indicated to you was the old temple. And it was a place that would be protected from whatever it was that he had in mind. And now you can actually see a shadow of his large dragon form beginning to fall over the city, like as it swoops over the top from up high, and it blocks out the sun for just a second.
I use Reggie's channel to urge everybody to hurry.
All right. You are all urged to hurry. Venedia, you still going right towards this temple, right?
Yep, still hurrying.
No deviation? All right.
Nope.
There are no other kind of blockers in the way right now. So you guys are able to arrive there, and you get there in, like, what, 2 minutes, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'll
well,
say Maggie gave those guys guidance if she was close enough to touch them too. The good guys.
the remaining Chisentans, excellent.
Yeah.
Nice. So I will say you receive both a good point and a chaos point. The good point being for doing the karmically correct thing and giving these guys some guidance and being like, Hester be with you. The chaos point being for leaving the group in the park to fend for themselves. That would be all four. Each of you gets a chaos point. I don't know if anybody's still keeping track of these.
I got
But your DM might be.
I now have 3 chaos points and 2 good points.
Nice.
I have it written down somewhere.
I just find it funnier to, like, watch you guys evolve your characters from, like, what you first start off as to, like, where you wind up. Like, wait
I
a
have
minute.
three good points and 2 chaos points. And I stopped tracking how many things I killed.
All the things, Murder Lizard. All the things.
I ran out of numbers.
So,
At least as far as the murder lizard can count.
Well, once my intelligence went down, I stopped keeping those good notes too. Once my intelligence went down,
so as your guys, as your party approaches, a furious roar is let out above, and you start to see these storm clouds swirling, and Chazar ascends up into them, and they become this raging tempest of fiery lightning in the sky, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. And you're kind of watching this out of the windows of the temple. You can see it getting, like, crazy overcast, and it looks like the wildest, like, Florida hurricane, but it's on fire, basically. And after a few moments of this, it gets around the 10-minute mark, and a few of the priests, they begin walking around the temple, rapidly closing these stone shutters on the window. And just seconds after the last one is closed, this large, just thump, like this pressure, like air pressure change goes off, and all of your ears pop. Even the Dragonborn, I don't even know if Dragonborns have ears, but your ear holes pop, like those lizard ear holes, those weird things that you guys have. And for some reason, I imagine that a tiefling with their pointed ears would like lay back almost like a cat when they're pissed off. Like it would there'd be like something like that ultra sensitive thing. But yeah, essentially everybody is kind of deafened for a few moments. And there's a terrible ringing in your ears when it comes back, like, you know, something akin to like a flashbang going off. And the priests begin to slowly walk around, opening the stonework blinds. And you can hear people cheering all throughout the streets. And it seems that the dragon has made good on his promise to keep the people of Chisenta safe. You guys are able to kind of exit the temple. Like the priests kind of indicate to you, like, yeah, it's safe, you can go.
Alrighty. Do we make our way back to wherever Chazar is, I guess?
You can kind of see a small figure coming down out of this kind of dispersing cloud. Like it shifted from being dark to being now just like this big puffy white, like kind of happy looking cloud. But up and above you see like spiraling down this kind of man-sized figure, and you can kind of say, even without a perception check, you have kind of this nagging suspicion that seems to be Chazar, and he's descending rather rapidly. He seems to actually be kind of headed your direction. He's probably like 30 seconds from the ground.
Does he seem like he's falling?
Make a perception check.
$17.
Yeah, he seems like he's falling. Like cape's flapping, no sword in his hand.
I can cast Featherfall real quick.
Yeah, Maggie would cast Thaumaturgy and ask him and yell, "Do you need Featherfall?" Or
No response.
I cast Featherfall on Chazar.
Okay. As he comes within range of the spell, you cast Featherfall on him, and he slows to just a drift. And you can see his limbs actually seem to be sort of gone flaccid, like he's just draped there like ragdoll. And he descends and slowly, he's 10 feet from where you guys are, like his body is just drifting down towards you guys. And these the priests are beginning to spill out of the temple now, and they seem to be like, they don't seem shocked by this.
I catch him.
Okay. It's like that scene in The Princess Bride with Andre the Giant where he catches the girl. Like he just floats down
She
into
kind
your
of just
arms.
floats down.
Yeah.
Hello, lady. The priests kind of walk over and they begin to surround you, and they're all chanting. They're chanting in Draconic, but it's an odd kind of accent, Tohan. Like, you don't quite get all the words, but the one kind of thing that you get from it, like, is that the theme of it seems to be, they keep reiterating, Bahamut, Tiamat, and Io are the three words you keep hearing over and over, and you kind of know what they are. Of Bahamut and Tiamat are the two dragon gods, essentially, the gods of all dragonkind. And Io is sort of the god above all. And in dragon culture, it's typically Io is a dragon. You know, like, in human culture, he's a human. In elf culture, he's an elf. But almost everybody has, like, an Io myth in their culture. And it's all pretty much, he's like the big wig in charge of all the gods.
The god of God,
Yeah.
king of kings kind of thing.
Yep. And you guys had actually had an encounter with some Io cultists in what was that first town you guys went to? Now I can't remember. Cal or something.
Oh,
Lake Mother.
hell yeah.
Kalia, yes.
Yeah.
Lake Mother. Forget my own story. That was a long time ago. We've been playing close to a year now.
Yep.
There we are.
So, yeah, you guys had some kind of experience with these guys, and like, it's a very similar thing now, where their ritual is very much the same. It seems to be a very like unified, like they're all kind of moving in unison, and they surround Venadia and Chazar, and as they're chanting, Chazar kind of gets covered in this yellow golden glow, and he actually lifts back up from Venadia's arms and sort of straightens himself out, like he's all in like the Jesus pose, like the Jesus like pose. And then he sets down on his feet and he sort of shakes his head for a minute and he says, "Thank you, my friends. Wasn't necessary, but it's nice not to land on that hard ground every time." And you get the feeling this isn't the first time that he's done this.
I smile slightly and nod.
All right. That's when this guy appears. That guy. Get back to where the guy is.
Maggie's still extremely in awe, just like checking out everything around and like seeing the difference between Cimron 500 years ago, etc.
Yeah. Everything seems so clean right now to you. Like, the one thing about your city is that it's always been, it's made predominantly out of like white marble and things like that, and it's these large pillared columns. In your whole lifetime, it's always been sort of this dingy, like rundown. It's ancient, so it looks ancient. It's like it does not look pretty. Everything's covered in dirt and grime and dust, and nobody's cleaned house in your home country. Would Maggie have been from the capital city, or do you think she's
No.
more like a small
Yep.
town?
Coastal town that probably doesn't even have a name, but she's been there.
But yeah, probably doesn't exist yet where you guys are.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, this is when you guys see. Where did I just stick him? Right there. This guy whose color I have to change because he's the exact same color as the concrete. Let's make him like that color. How's that work? There we go. Okay.
Concrete man.
Yeah. So popping up in the corner out of the shadows comes a large kind of smoky figure. It doesn't say anything. It merely moves towards you with a menacing purpose to it. There is no time lost. The priests, seeing the creature, immediately run back in and shutter all the windows and doors again. And you find yourself standing with a weakened Chazar. And he says, "It's a sword wrath. Be careful. They're capable of great damage in numbers, and they have a way about them of summoning others of their kind. Don't get hurt by it." He says,
I quickly used the Reggie channel to ask Maggie to use the eye patch.
Okay. Yeah, Maggie does so.
all right. One second, see if I can swap it in here. Can you guys read that at all?
Yep.
Alright, so, this guy is a sword wraith commander. You guys can kind of go through that. If there's anything you can't see, let me know. He's got about 127 hit points. Speed's 30 foot. He is immune to poison. His damage resistances are necrotic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. He is immune to exhaustion, frightened, poisoned, and unconscious. And like I picture this eye patch as like having a very like Cortana-esque voice and like kind of almost like reading off to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not intelligent or anything. It's just like robot voice reading it off. Dark vision, passive perception, perception bonus. Yeah, so you know that. I don't know. You guys can read. Here, actually, I'll do it this way.
Are we keeping the same initiative before, or are we rolling new initiative?
Yeah, we might as well keep the same one. Rolling this guy's. He acts. What's his initiative bonus? 2. So he's going to act on 13. He's actually going to act right before Venedia. Are you guys good on this stat block, or would you like to continue reading?
Yeah, I just brought it up on my computer. Sword Wraith
Okay.
Commander.
Yep. Bam. Put that away so you guys can see the map again.
Can I assume I'm still on my broom, or?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I feel like you'd be Harry Pottering it. Like you would have flown around the inside of the temple a few times, maybe. You know, like you wouldn't be off that thing when there's still kind of combat going on. There's a brief respite from it, but no breaks. Oh no. No time for rests here. And on this Wraith's turn.
Should I also? I mean, like basically, anytime they have a long rest, when they wake up, Maggie's gonna essentially serve breakfast and inspiring leader everybody. I don't know if like, should I be saying that every time, or should we assume that we start the day with 14 temporary hit points?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys still had it recorded, especially, like, don't bother taking it off. We can say that you did that again. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like,
have we long rested since we did the champions battle, or no? Right?
Yeah, I think we did sleep here last night.
You did sleep overnight in.
Okay, so I lost all my temporary hit points that I had from the necrotic damage I did.
Yes.
Unless you decided not to sleep in true necromancer fashion.
Okay.
Alright, so he sees Maggie being the closest. Immediately goes after this grandmotherly woman.
Sounds about right.
Let's see.
Typical Sword Wraith Commander.
Better not.
Like, I picture these guys very much as like the ring wraiths from Lord of the Rings, but they have some nasty tricks up their sleeve. I dig it.
She is no man.
Let's see. First one, 8+.
Maggie rips the pot off her head.
First one is a 15.
Miss.
16 plus 7 is a 23 on the second one.
That's a hit for sure.
And let's see. It is going to use its bonus action and make one additional attack. That is a 9 plus 7, so a 16.
That misses.
Okay, so just the one hit. Now, because it did so, using its Martial Fury bonus action, attacks against it have advantage until the start of its next turn. But on the one that hit, it did 1d8 plus 4 damage. So that's going to be 8 damage to you.
All right.
Slashing. And that's going to be its turn. I already did action, movement, and bonus action. Alright, next up is going to be Venedia.
All right. Yep. Time to hack and slash. At a 29,
Oh yeah.
a 28,
Also yeah.
and another 29.
All right, all three hit.
There's 18.
Both your weapons magical?
No, just one is.
Okay.
I believe.
Whichever one that you have that is magical will be the only one that is going to do full damage. The other
Okay.
ones will do half damage.
Got it. All right, so the ones that do full damage is 14 and 18.
Okay.
And then that would be 6 for the other one. So 20, 38 total.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Tohan.
I'm gonna rage again with my bonus action. Rush right up to it and do a couple reckless great weapon master swings at it.
Okay.
Okay, 23 on the first one. Ooh, nat 20 on the second.
All right. Both hit.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm just doing math here.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, 69 regular, and then 22 necrotic, which is probably halved.
Yep. Resistance, necrotic. Alright, so he takes 11. Right.
So he takes 80 damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Then.
Alright, he drops to 9 hit points. Alright, Tolan, if that's your turn, Arianth is up.
Did you say it only has 9 hit points left?
It has 9 hit points left.
All right. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I will just going to
Fireball it.
my,
That's like something Tohan would actually suggest, though. Like, fireball it! Like, everybody else is like, no!
I'll be fine.
All right. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna hit it with a firebolt.
Okay. Target AC is 18.
I'm gonna use one of my points to reroll.
Alright.
There we go. 26.
That's a hit.
$15.
Okay. As you hit it, it disperses into a puff of smoke. Its billowing cloak sort of burning away in this blackish flame. And as you kind of begin to smile at the thought that you vanquished yet another foe, 3 more of them appear out of the shadows in the corner. Maggie, it's your turn.
All right. For some reason, I'm still having a really hard time understanding turn undead. Somebody give me a real quick overview on it.
So essentially, when you do turn undead, undead within your range of whatever version of it that you're using, and based on like your level, they cannot approach you. I believe the only action that they can actually take is to essentially go the other way. It is almost literally like what it sounds like. Let's see if it's on the DM screen, because it may be. I know it basically means that the undead creature becomes frightened. Which is on this side, yes.
So at a certain level, my turn undead destroys undead, and it seems, from what I'm reading, that at level 5, that's only a half. Rating of a half. Does that sound right?
I would not know without actually looking in the player's handbook for it.
Yeah, so at level 5 you can do half of critical rating or lower. Level 8 is 1, level 11 is 2, and then level 14 is 3 or lower, and I think at level 20 is like 4 or lower.
So it kind of seems like not worth it generally, right?
No, I mean against like groups of undead, it's awesome. It just like makes them run away.
Yeah. And Shazar warned us not to get hit by these, so having them running from us could be nice. But, you know, if they're running from us, we're going to be chasing them, which is also not the most helpful.
Yeah, Chazar is sort of slumped down into a corner. Like, he does not seem like he's in any condition to fight. He's, like, got his head between his knees. I'll be there in a minute.
All right, well, regardless, we're going to start with that. The classic, the frying pan. That's a 17 against the nearest one.
Okay. That, does not hit.
Oh, shit.
A loud clang resounds as your frying pan slams into the breastplate on this thing. Their miniature doesn't show it, but they have a shield as well. They didn't actually have a sword wrath, they only had a wrath. What the hell guy who made all those free 3D models available?
Are these still is this still like the Sword Wrath Commander?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys all seem like they're, you know, identical copies, essentially, of each other.
Gotcha. Let's see, who's going to... how close are they to each other?
Let's see. Not too far. They are within about 10 feet or so of each other. 5 foot on the other guy. One thing that Tabletop Simulator really needs is like a circle measuring tool.
Yeah.
From one end to the other of them in a straight line would be about 30 feet. So if you're going to cast on the center guy, a 15-foot radius or 30-foot diameter for like any sort of spherical spell stuff.
Got it. All right. I'm just going to cast Celestial Spirit because it's fun. Yeah, and I'll go with the Defender. And then that'll end Maggie's turn. I guess she'll kind of back up to just like be behind the fighters. And then the sword or the what's it called? Spectral is gonna make a hit. So that is the D20 plus 5. Ooh. Natty 1.
Alright, swing and a miss. I feel like the specter like would swing and its hand would go right through this thing. Like it's a ghost attacking a ghost, and it's probably the funniest thing if you guys weren't in mortal danger.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Is that it for you, Maggie?
Yep.
Alright. The rafts go. One of the rats is going to attack your... Is it, what did you say was Celestial Spectral?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Celestial.
Celestial.
Alright. Does it have a target AC?
Its target AC is 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay.
16 natural armor.
Alright. So let's see. First guy. Let's see. Multi-attack against it. 9 plus 7 is a 16. And a 16 plus 7 is a more than that. So it's 2 hits. 6 plus 4 is 10. Another 10. So 20 damage to your construct there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say this monster is called again?
A Sword Wraith Commander.
Sword Wraith.
But wouldn't it be the ones that he spawned? Wouldn't they be the Sword Wraith warriors?
You'd think that, but as it turns out,
500 years ago, shit was different.
yeah,
This son of a bitch.
all chiefs, man. No natives. You know. See that? I was PC about that shit too. I didn't even use that fucking old ass term. I'm cool like that. Sorry, you grow up here and stuff. Let's see. Can these guys get to you? Probably not quite. Nope. All right, but they can try. So one of them winds up about 10 feet from you guys, and the other one is about 5 feet behind him. They are both headed towards your main group. Let's see, those two are going to use their longbows, I think. Both, I think, at disadvantage from being under range. Alright, Venedia, one shoots at you. That is a natty 1. That is a miss. Fires a second shot. 12 plus...
I watched the first one as it goes by and just kind of go.
Yeah, you matrix that shit. Not even, like, you don't even
I
move.
just
You
kinda
kinda
look at it, like-
yeah. Second one was a 12 plus 5 to hit. Second attack.
It's
17.
17.
17 to hit.
Oh yeah, just barely hits.
Okay. 1d8 plus 2. 6 piercing damage from the bow. The second guy from back here... he gets a 9. That's going to miss Tohan, I'm assuming. Second shot. Second shot is only a 12, so
Also miss.
2 fire wide. Alright, brings it back to Venedia. Your turn.
All right. I'm gonna rush over on the closest one there. And start swinging. Ooh. I have a 22, an 18, and a critical miss.
22 and 18 both hit. 18's target AC on these guys.
Okay. All right, so that's 17, and then half of 13.
Okay, so
So
26.
6 and 17, 23.
23 all day. Okay, so he's got. There we go. 104. Alright. If there's nothing else, Tohan would be up next.
Assuming I'm still raging,
Still
but I'm
raging.
gonna run right in between them there and hit the one in the back.
Okay.
Recklessly, Great Weapon Master. Oh, you know what? I attacked recklessly last round too. They would have had advantage on those hits.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Well, natural 20 on the first one. And a 15 on the second, so that was not going to hit.
Okay, yep, first hit.
$42 regular damage and 4 necrotic.
Okay, so 44 all day you'd be at. 127 minus 44. Is that 83? That looks right. He takes some damage. Let's see. Arianth would be up next. You're still hovering on your broom.
All right. How far away from the guys, the Wraith commanders, am I now?
Closest one is 25 feet, 30 feet, and farthest one would be like 40 feet.
All right. Are they all within 30 feet of each other?
Yeah, I believe so.
And
Yep.
and are any of them bloodied at this point?
Neither of the two of them are bloodied yet. No.
Alrighty, I am going to cast on the one closest to Vanadia there. I'm going to cast level 4 Tasha Mind Whip.
All right.
So that is an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, my pipe weed.
That's getting his mind whipped.
Yep.
That's the name of his belong is Tasha.
Yeah, Tasha.
All right. Saving throw was
16.
all right. It's intelligence saving throw, right?
Yes.
Okay. He does not make it.
Alright, so he takes. Hold on, let me get that going. He takes 3d6 damage and can only make. Alright, takes 6 damage and then can only do the one move. And now, because he failed his saving throw, I'm going to also cast Tasha's Mind Whip on the next one near Tohan.
Okay.
So roll a intelligence saving throw for that one as well.
Oh, that's a cockeyed dice. Cockeyed. That is a 10. That is also a fail.
Okay, so that one also takes. That one will take 10 psychic damage.
Okay, so first one was 6, second one was 10, right?
Yep, and that all and also gets only one move. And now, because I used a level 4, I'm also going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip on that third one.
Nice.
So the one also gets a Intelligence 16 saving throw.
Guys, your sorcerer's doing sorcerer shit.
I
That
was
is a 4.
Okay, so that one takes 11 psychic damage and also only has one move.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was, you just crippled them.
And then I'm going to use my movement to move back 50 feet away from them.
50 feet away, you got it.
And that's my turn. Oh, and I will also use a bonus action to give Vanadia inspiration. And I don't know if 10 minutes had passed from the last time. Tohan might still have inspiration from me as well.
Tohan's would have expired, but Benadia can have it.
All right. Vanadia, you got a 1d6 inspiration for saving throws and the like.
Cool.
And attack throws, I think, too, for the next 10 minutes.
Attack throws also?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bardic Inspiration. It's a d6. You can add it to any roll.
Nice.
You just have to do it before the roll is done.
Mm-hmm.
You can only do it once too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
like it burns it once you use it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool.
Let's see. Maggie, would be your turn.
All right, Maggie's gonna get close in. I guess you said that she can get within 30 feet of the furthest away one, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So she's gonna do that and then turn undead with the Wisdom 17 saving throw. Or I mean, yeah, she's gonna get as stay as far away as she can, but
Be
as close as
within
she can.
30 feet. Right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
yeah, you step over by the
Manhole cover.
molten remains of the other guy. All right, I'm sorry. You step into range and
Turn undead. So wisdom saving throw of 17 for each of them.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so the one closest to you, big fail. Next one, 15 plus 1 is 14. I didn't hear what you said the DC was.
17.
17. All right, that's a big fail as well. Also a fail. That was a 3. Okay, all 3 of them failed their wisdom saves and are turned.
Nice.
So now
All right,
you have stupid scared wraiths.
All we can do is run away. All right,
Well,
and then
they can't get any closer to you.
Hmm.
But yeah, they're pretty limited at this point because Jen nailed them with that Tasha's Mind Whip. So
Yeah.
they can basically only move or do stuff.
And their movement's limited by wherever Maggie is. So.
yeah, can't willingly move to a
Yeah,
space.
they can't go towards you, so they've got kind of one direction to go.
Yeah. Between the two of you, you guys can put them wherever you want.
Let's spend its turn. Yeah, we can herd them like sheep now. Yeah, it says must spend its turns trying to move as far away as you can. Can only use dash. So. Or could use dodge if there's nowhere to go.
Yep.
All right, so I've got the pan. Take a swipe with that. I don't remember where the pan ended up, but it's an 18.
Pan was the little pink marker over here, I believe.
Cool. So it's an 18.
18 is a hit.
Nice. And let's give me that. $11 damage.
Alright. See the
And-
number above his head blinks down to 105.
I guess Maggie will back up. I don't know how far she moved in, but she'll back up a little.
move 10 feet in, so you want to move back 10
Yeah,
feet?
just 10 feet.
Okay.
Sounds good. Actually, no, never mind. She'll just stay. Well, yeah, because she's got a concentration spell going. All right, so that'll end her turn, and then she'll take a swing with the celestial.
Okay.
Skill attack modifier.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your frying pan was next to the one with by Venadia, right?
I don't remember, but it could have moved 20 feet over anyway. So
okay.
whatever you did, just stick with
Okay,
that.
cool.
I also just realized that, I mean, I don't know if it makes sense to retcon, but the celestial actually got a +9 bonus, not a +5. So I think it would have hit, but I don't know if it's too late to retcon.
What, on its last turn?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll trade you that for the fact that I forgot to hit Tolan.
Oh, okay.
when
Makes sense.
he didn't get his advantage.
Gotcha. That's fair. That's exactly the Celestial Defender's MO. All right. So it's D20 +9. Oh, man. All right. 4 + 9 misses, I assume.
Correct. That is a miss. All right. And Maggie's turn?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So, as each of these three creatures has already been wounded, before running away from you, Maggie, their action, which they won't be able to run, but they can still do their action as far as I understand this. Right, Jen? Because of Tasha's Mind Whip, they can only take one action or move.
They can either move, do an action, or a bonus action. Only one.
Okay. So, in lieu of running away immediately on this turn, each of them is going to activate their call to honor, their daily, their one a day that they get. So they each must have taken damage, which they all have.
Wait, sorry. So the turn undead, it says for its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. That's what turn undead says.
Okay. So
the only thing they can do is run.
They can't do anything else. Okay. Wasn't even sure of the wording on that myself. All right. What's that end at 60 feet away from you? If they get more than 60 feet away? Does it have that specified in there?
No, it doesn't. Says it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you, but that's the only thing it says space-wise.
Okay.
It says, let's see. It's turned for a minute or until it takes damage. So I guess the one that the hand hit would no longer be turned. And it must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can. So I think there's it's up to time limit.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, the two that have been turned, one's going to move away this way. Let me guesstimate where 30 feet is, because I don't feel like adding the measurement thing.
I'm going to hit that one with an attack of opportunity if he's running.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, is there one running from me too?
Yeah, this one, Venadia and Tohan would both get an opportunity attack. And then this one, Tohan, you would get one, because you were kind of on both sides of them. So in order, we'll just do Venadia, you do yours first, and then Tohan, you can do two. You do one for each guy.
I think I only get one reaction, but...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's because an opportunity attack is a reaction. Yep.
I hit him, and I do 26 damage, so he's not turned anymore, and he's probably still right in front of me.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I do 15 damage. It was a 26 to hit. I'm sorry.
Okay.
15 damage.
Okay. Venadia, how'd yours go?
I didn't roll yet.
Oh.
Hang on. And that's gonna be without a bonus action, right? That's just regular attack.
Yeah, it's just a reaction.
Sure.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Well, actually, he would still move if that was the case, right, Nick? He just would have lost the turn undead. So
I mean, I guess if you wanted to keep running, you could, but he wouldn't be turned anymore.
Well,
so
yeah, because I think that it would be, he would, I think once you declared it, he wouldn't be able to change. So he still would have moved 30 feet away, but like your hit would have like woken him up as he's moving past you, because I think it's all kind of supposed to happen at the same time.
Okay.
So I'll assume that he's still moved, but yeah, he's no longer turned.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, Vanity, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. All right, so I got a 23 and an 18.
Okay, both are gonna hit.
That's 18,
Same deal with that guy.
and then I guess half of 11, so 5.
18 and half of 11.
Yeah, 23.
Okay, 23 off. 65.
Holy shit! Sword wraiths can end our meeting in 10 minutes. That's a crazy power.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I'll pop the link back up in chat again. Hopefully they haven't figured out my dastardly plan.
Otherwise, one of us will have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the three of them are no longer turned, but they were turned for a second. Because once they took the damage, they are no longer turned. So now, being their turn, boy, I kind of boffed this then, because each one of them would have moved independently of each other. But we'll say the first one to happen would have been the one that Vanidia hit. That was the first in initiative. You'd already hit the second one with the frying pan, and then the third one would be the last one to go. So after this one moves, it gets away. It still has Tasha's Mind Whip activated, so it can't do anything else. But it is no longer turned. Same thing with the one that Tohan hit. This one, however, has not done anything and is no longer turned. Therefore, it activates Call to Honor, which I will put up in the chat again. This thing. So, there we go. To use this action, the Sword Wraith must have taken damage during the current combat. If the Sword Wraith can use this action, it gives itself advantage on attack rolls until the end of its next turn, and 1d4 plus 1 Sword Wraith warriors appear in unoccupied spaces. Except for in this case, they're using the same stat block. This is a recursive monster. 4 more of them appear.
Oh my god.
In,
Oh, we made a mistake.
I think we're gonna have to get really good with this mind whip. Oh shit! I can only turn undead one more time.
my keyboard skills are failing me.
Well, at least they can only do that once. So that doesn't really help if they all do it once.
Yeah, they all can do it once.
I mean, yeah, it's exponential. They could just.
Even worse than the Hydra.
Alright.
Shazar looks at you guys and says, "Shit just got real." Let's see. So this one, I'm gonna have to make a mark for Mind Whip on here, so I don't forget which ones have it. This guy.
Oh wait, is Channel Divinity not an action? Why does it say no action? That doesn't make sense.
I think it depends, because Channel Divinity can be used different ways, right? It's like just use of divine power.
Yeah, I don't know. And the cleric features. Oh no, I see. Never mind. It's. Yep, you're right. Exactly. The turn undead is an action, but the healing thing. Yeah, I don't understand exactly, but whatever. It's an action.
Oh, there goes my meeting, right?
7 minutes.
Oh, okay. Copy these guys so I don't have to copy individual hit points over. There. Alright. So yeah, that is the end of their turn this turn. It goes back to Vanidia.
Maggie yells out, we need to kill the new ones, try to kill one on its turn. because she's going meta like that. Now that she's got the goggles.
You cut out there, Dave.
Maggie yells out, "Let's all focus on killing one of the new ones first before, let's wipe out one as much as possible."
Is running not an option?
Sure, running's always an option. You can play as much or as little
I mean-
D&D as you want.
This is there's potential of getting exponential up into like the hundreds of in like a few.
Well,
turns.
they have to be hurt on that round to do it, so that's why Maggie's saying focus on one. So
Right.
so we can take it out an entire round before it's their turn.
Yeah. But still, everyone that even if we killed one at a time, each of them could end up rolling like 4 of them or something.
Not if we don't hurt them.
Yeah, we'd have to basically like as soon as they take their turn, we need to focus on wiping out one entirely and not hitting any of the others.
Right, but then after we kill that one, then we're gonna hit the next one, and when we hit that one, now that one's gonna be able to summon like 4 more.
Well, if we get like to the end of our turns and there's or if Maggie still has an attack and we've wiped out one, she's not going to attack a new one until they've all taken their turn, and then you know what I mean.
Yeah, so
And it's helpful.
mechanically
It's helpful.
how it breaks down is only one of these 7 that are on the board has actually activated that. The other 2 couldn't, that have already been hurt. So these guys up here have been hurt badly.
Yeah.
They can, in theory, if they are not killed, still activate this thing. None of the 4 new ones can activate it yet because they haven't been hurt. This guy
And
cannot,
the one that-
he can't activate
and
it
the-
again because he already did it once.
Zach, I don't know if this is the case on your screen, but the text block is still.
Sorry. Yep, I forgot to put that back down. I'm over here looking at the tabletop simulator and forgot to look at OBS.
If we focus on the 2 that are really hurt right now and get
Yeah.
those wiped in one turn, we'll
Yep.
be okay.
Well, I mean,
I mean, we'll be in a better spot at least.
better off, yeah.
Yeah, I think
I-
let's try it before running. We can show off in front of Chazar. We might as well.
Or at least keep going until Chazar is strong enough to help us. I used the Reggie channel to actually I yelled to Chazar with a free action. How is to ask how he's doing?
Oh, I'm not feeling much better. I'll be with you shortly. I just need a moment to gather my senses still. It's a bit shaking falling from the sky like that.
All right.
Poor guy
So
has
do
to
we-
deal with being a humanoid. That must suck. All right, yeah, I think let's try to wipe out those 2 that ran.
Focus on them first and foremost, and then I'll assume that we're kind of conversing using Reggie's channel right now. So I mentioned that I'll try to use Tasha's hideous laughter on one of them.
Okay. Give me just 1 second and I'm gonna jump over to this new meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe it's now the time for a curse. All right, see y'all there.
Let me just make sure that I still got you guys. Yep, looks like I still got you guys. Trying to make sure it's still recording on OBS.
There we go.
Yay! Close the other Google Meets. still got you guys?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
here.
cool. Just making sure. Window management. It's real. Okay, now, where were we? It was Vanadia's turn. So what were you doing? I'm sorry.
Our screens are up over the map right now.
Oh.
Hmm.
Is that working?
It says you are still sending your video to others
bam,
in the.
gotcha.
Oh, there we
There you go.
Okay, I see what I did.
There we go.
Like I said, window management. It's real. All right.
All right, which one are we trying to exterminate first here?
The two that are already heavily damaged.
Well, which one's most heavily damaged?
Let's see. You got one with 65 hit points left, and one with 58 hit points left.
I'll take Wounded Monster for 58, please.
All right. Pladonk.
Does 16 hit? No, it doesn't, right?
Does not.
All right, 32.
Don't forget your bardic inspiration. You can always use that to make it a hit.
True. Yeah, I could use that now. Why not? D6, right?
Yep.
Oh man, just barely. 18 hits, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 3 hits. All right, 25 magical damage and half of 12, so 6. So it's 31.
31 all day. Okay. So 27 is that now. All right. He is now very bloodied, by the way.
Just blood pouring out of every wound in his physical body.
Yeah, his weird, like, smoky, non-corporeal existence is bleeding away. I wonder what that... It's like black, dry ice, just kind of going down to the ground.
Right.
Spilling out of him. Anything
Well,
else,
blood.
Vanadia, or is just the 3 hits, right?
No, that's my whole turn.
All
Use
right.
it up.
Tohan.
You better fuck up the other one, right? Because you're probably gonna wipe it out. And then Ariant and I can take out the first one.
Mhm.
Yeah, but if I kill it, I get an extra attack anyways with Great Weapon Master. So
Never mind, you can kill them both.
yeah, that's the hope. All right, I'm gonna go to the one that's already hurt. Attack it recklessly. Great Weapon Master.
This is the one that's most hurt? The one that Vanadia just hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 24 to hit on the first one. Use my Savage Attacker. Well, that's actually worse. So 12, 22. So 22 regular damage and 3 necrotic damage.
Okay, it's 25 all day. That, I believe, kills it.
Cool. So I get 2 more attacks.
It's got 2 hit points left. I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Sorry. Numbers don't lie. I'm recording.
All right. Well, I hit it again. And I do enough damage to kill it.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
All right. Next one. Same thing. 23 to hit.
Yep, that's it.
24, 27. 27 regular damage plus 9 necrotic. Or 6 necrotic. Because it's a D8. It just looked like a 9 on there.
So 33 all day. Leaves it at 32. Right.
That's what I got.
Alright, Ariant.
All right, so the one is still alive, or?
Yep. And he is just out of line of sight from you around this corner.
All right. Well, I move within sight of it.
Okay.
How many hit points does that one have left?
He has 32.
Okay.
I don't know how far. How far up did you want to move, Arianth?
How far away am I from it right now?
Okay, so from where you are right now. Well, in a beeline from it, you are about 12 squares away. In order to get there, like to rate there, you're 12 squares.
How many feet is that?
50, 60 feet altogether.
All right. It is 30 something.
Yep, yes, 32 hit points left.
Just to be safe. Sorry.
That's all good.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. So you're what's the range you got to move within to get to him?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I move within 30 feet of it and cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Just a rough estimate of where you are here. So it's gonna be about to there. Okay, 30 feet. So you're gonna get there. You'll have 20 feet of movement left if you want.
Yeah.
And then wisdom save DC what 16?
Yep.
Let's see. 12 plus 0, right? No, 12 plus 1. 13. Fail. Hey.
All right. So now it is basically prone and laughing and cannot do anything until it can take it can try to get out of it with a saving throw again at the end of its turn or if it takes damage. So if we leave it alone, it can't do anything for its entire next turn except do a saving throw to see if it gets out of it.
You know, surprisingly, it doesn't have any sort of immunity against this. But I can only imagine how discomforting that the sound of a wraith rolling around on the ground laughing actually is. Like I don't know what the precedent is for that. Like why it just sounds like grinding gears in a car maybe, but like nonstop, like maybe with a little turbo whine in there. I don't know. That's awful. My imagination is too vivid for that scene. I'm gonna play a safe card on myself. It's just awful. No, I shouldn't poke fun at that. It's an excellent mechanic. Yeah. So now there's a crazy ghost wraith thing laughing on the ground, and it's
It can't do anything.
It's in the throes
all it
of
can do
Tasha's
is
hideous laughter.
all it can do is roll a saving throw at the end of its turn to see if it gets out of it for its next one. So by all rights, you can just leave it there and do something else, Maggie.
Yeah, this is Tasha's
right.
exponentially hideous laughter in that case.
The one that the Celestial is near has already cast its hero thing, right?
Yeah, it already
Okay.
mood slowed. Yep.
Nice way of putting it. All right. Is it Maggie's turn?
Hey, I clearly checked the not for kids box on YouTube, goddammit. I want to make sure they know.
I'm pretty sure you were making a musket reference anyway.
Cool. Is it Maggie's turn?
Yeah, yep.
Sweet. All right. Spiritual weapon. Smacking the load blower. Hopefully. 13.
I love it.
All right.
Awesome.
Can we do a run of T-shirts that says "Smacking the load
Smacking the
blower,"
load
please?
blower.
Please.
Goonies. Well, you can't do the Goonies though.
All right.
Oh man.
If this video gets 1,000 likes,
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's
we'll
exactly
make
it.
one of T-shirts that says "Smacking the load blower."
Absolutely.
That's
All right,
YouTube marketing 101. I'm sorry, Maggie. I didn't hear the roll. Well, what was it?
No, I missed.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let's see.
That was your celestial, right? That missed.
Yeah. Oh no, that was the spiritual weapon,
That was
the pan.
frying pan. Okay.
Yeah, she's been getting a lot of low rolls. Maybe I'll do a guiding bolt. Oh my god. Do I still have inspiration? It's kind of a desperate. I don't need to use it for that. All right. Missed with the guiding bolt too, so that's cool. Maggie's feeling a little useless. And
It's just performance anxiety because your God King is there next to you.
Yep, that's it.
God
That's the excuse I'll use. All right, and then I'm gonna remember this time that the celestial, the celestial has 2 attacks, and not 1. So, I'm gonna roll 2 d20s. Nice, finally, celestial coming in. So, that's a 20 and a 28. I assume both hit.
Oops. Yes. Sorry. Again, window management.
All right, and then 1d10. All right, so each hit does. So altogether, that will be 10 plus 10 plus 6, so 26 damage.
Okay.
None of us are out of. None of us have taken any damage, right? It's just been temporary hit points.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually hit anybody yet, have I?
Maggie got hit, but it was only temporary hit points.
Oh, okay.
No, and every round I get more and more temporary hit points.
I got hit at one point. I don't see any temporary hit points at this point, so I guess I just kind of neutralized those.
I didn't get hit. I'm good.
Cool. All right. Well, the celestial offers healing, and everyone's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Oh, I have 8 temporary left. Okay, cool.
All right.
Sweet.
So, end of your turn, Maggie?
Yep.
All right. On their turn, this guy. What does he want to do? I guess he's just going to multi-attack because I think that's pretty much what he can do. Oh no, he gets his Martial Fury as well. So let's see. So he's going to swing at the Celestial. 8 plus 7. 15.
I got a 16 armor class, I think.
Okay, so it's going to be 2 misses
Yep.
because you got a 4 in the second roll as well. Martial Fury, try a bonus action. He's going to stay put. That's a 3. Jesus. All right, so yeah, he's clearly shaken. He doesn't like fighting angels. These
Finally
4.
switched our luck around.
Right, this guy moves. He is attacking Venadia. It's a 6 plus 7, which I'm assuming misses.
That's a big whiff.
13 plus 7, that's a 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Okay, that's going to be 1d8 plus 4. That's going to be 13. He's going to attempt his bonus action. That's a whiff. So 13 damage all day.
Okay.
Next guy. Second one does the same thing to you. First attack, that's a 3. Second attack, 16 plus 7, that's over 20. That's, I don't know, or 23. That's going to be a hit. 1d8, 12 all day. and his bonus action. 11 plus 7, 18 hit you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
17 AC.
On his bonus attack, he does 2d8 necrotic damage. So we said that there was 12 plus 2 plus 4 is 6. It's going to be 18, and that's it. 18 necrotic damage total. I'm sorry, 12 slashing damage and 6 necrotic damage.
What's necrotic damage?
Just another damage type, essentially. I believe that it means you do not gain those hit points back until you do a long rest. Like, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that it just means that it's just a type of damage, like bludgeoning, piercing,
Is it?
whatever. That's some creatures are like that though. Where
Yeah, I was trying to remember if it was or not.
Okay. All right, so 18 all day.
18 points.
Cool. All right, I'm down to 44 out of 67.
That's really weird. They don't have it on the DM screen. You'd think that would be an important one to put on there.
no, it would be on the monster description. It would say in the monster description if that's what it did, like if it lowered, like if they lose it off their max
Yeah,
hit
I
point.
just mean in general. I thought there would be a better description of necrotic damage. Like it seems like damage types and like a quick explanation of it would be something they would put on the DM screen. But
It's supposed to be more like flavor, like it's like as he hits
Yeah.
you, you see your the veins in your arm go green as
yeah,
necrotic
well, that,
energy
yeah,
courses through your body.
Some stuff is resistant to necrotic damage too, or like certain classes would gain like resistance to certain damage types. So that
Right,
would factor in there.
I'm
unicorns-
resistant to everything except for
Yeah,
Except for
you're-
psychic
except for
damage.
what, psychic, yeah.
yeah.
So you better hope you don't piss Jen off because she's got that Tasha's
Yeah.
mind whip. So that's... all right. Let's see. 1, 2 already attacked you guys. One of these guys is gonna go down and swing a couple times. Celestial. It's gonna be a miss, a hit, and a miss. So he does. That's gonna be 12 damage to your Celestial, Dave.
Still hanging in there.
And then this guy. I have my measurement thing up for this guy's. It's not gonna be able to get there without getting around everybody. He's probably gonna make a beeline for Maggie. He'll just dash. Can he get there? Yeah. Oops. So he just uses his action to dash. He'll use his Martial Fury bonus action then. And miss. Alright. Venadia, it's back to your turn. 9:30 for a time check.
Don't forget about our prone guy who can still roll stuff.
Yeah, he can roll a wisdom save at the end of his
that's
turn.
right. Yep, at the end of his turn. 16, right, Jen?
Yes.
That is a 12. He does not. He continues to. He thinks it's absolutely gleeful what's going on.
Word. So I guess let's all gang up on one of the standing guys, right? By Venadia.
So,
Well, take care of the one that still has Tasha's on it, just to get him out of the way. I did that just to give time for Venadia and Tohan to come back around and finish it.
But if we were to leave, if all that we can do in this one turn is kill one of them, it would be better for it to be one of the standing ones than for the one that's laughing, because that one's also not going to be able to do that thing this turn.
Yeah, and might stay in that state for a while, for all we know.
Okie dokie.
Plus, it's easier to wipe
But
out.
which ones haven't been damaged yet?
All right, so
The 4.
there's 1 here, 2 here, and 1 by Maggie. None of those ones have been damaged yet. Those are the 4 newest ones that came in. The guy that's laughing is up here behind Tohan, and this one that's fighting the Spectre has been damaged. He's got 79 hit points. All the other ones are at 127 at full health still.
So just pick that one that's like on the street corner, basically, because that's closest to all of us. We can all throw at
Yeah,
it.
but what's our like end game plan here.
to kill them all.
You can't though.
Yeah,
We can. If
No,
we wipe
mathematically you can't.
if we wipe this one out this turn, none of them are going to be able to raise a new army.
Yeah. So,
But
for
how
the,
how can you do that mathematically?
well,
Because they can only create more if they get damaged.
if
and
they have damage on them this combat.
Right.
If all four of us plus the celestial, etc. I mean, we're talking like 60 damage from Tohan, 60 damage from you. Like, I think like all four of us plus our assistants can take out one in one turn.
Without
That's
it
what-
having a turn?
What's that?
Without it getting a turn?
Well, without it getting a turn while having been damaged. That's
Right.
the trick.
Because
I
there's the
think.
thing, is if as soon as you hit it and it gets a turn, it's gonna make a minimum of 2 of itself.
Right. So our whole
you
plan
can't,
is to
you
like
can't kill one without creating 2 more.
right. We're counting on it dying before it gets another turn. So that's why every single one of us needs to attack this one and wipe it out. I mean, we can do like 250 damage between all of us in one turn.
Wait, but when this one dies, is there automatically another one gonna come back up? Like when
If
the
it gets
first
a
one died?
turn,
Nope.
it's gonna make a minimum of 2 copies of itself.
Only if it
because
gets the turn. So
it's
that's
1d4 plus 1.
Yeah.
So that's minimum of 2. And so if its turn and initiative comes up before it dies, which has happened with other ones.
right. But that's because we weren't doing this like focus only on one
Yeah,
thing.
we weren't aware that was gonna happen at that point.
Or we just weren't thinking about it. So now that like every single one of us is going to focus on killing that one first, like we're going to be able to, kill one per turn.
And I
All
can
right.
also
I'll
I
go
can
along.
also try to use Tasha's Hideous Laughter as a
just hit
last
one right in
resort.
front of you, man. It's fine.
Yeah. Which one do you guys want me to swing at?
The corner one.
Yeah, you got
Corner
2
one?
of them.
All right. I'm going to swing at the corner one.
Abbott or Costello, you pick.
Yeah.
So we got a 30,
That's a hit.
a 27,
Also a hit.
and a 26.
All right, 3 hits. Half damage from the non-magical weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are evil fucking creatures, huh?
Yeah.
They sure are.
I love it.
I'm still kind of hoping that our dragon friend's gonna eventually come to our aid too.
That's 38 all day, Zach.
All right. 38 off from 1.
If you cast Hunter's Mark too, you can do an extra D6 every
Well,
round.
yeah, I mean, I considered it a few times, but then I got to transfer. Then I have to not do my two-handed weapon in order to save a bonus action to transfer it each time, and then yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but it adds up a lot.
All right, so he drops to 89 hit points.
Nice.
Not 1289, that's wrong. Just 89.
It's the beefiest one of all.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck having him not die on your turn. That'd be awful. Oh my god. All right. So yeah, that's Vanadia. Tohan, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna thirst kill the one that's laughing behind me.
Okay.
And miss. Fucking all right. That ruined my plan there.
No, he's good there. You have advantage on attacks against him because he's prone and laughing and shit.
Yeah, I already rolled with advantage
Oh.
because I was doing it recklessly anyways. So a 22 to hit.
That hits. Yep.
You're attacking the corner one now, right?
No, it's gonna kill the one that's laughing to free up Jen on their concentration spell. So 13, 16, 26 regular damage, and 2 necrotic, so 27 all day.
Okay. 27 from 32 is 5 hit points left.
Wait, so doesn't that ruin the plan of like killing the one first? Because the one that's laughing on the ground can't summon more, but the one that's standing and has been attacked can summon more.
Well, now the one that's laughing on the ground gets a new wisdom save too, with advantage to not be laughing on the ground anymore. But yeah, I was hoping to kill him in one shot. I had 2 really bad rolls on my weapon damage because I can roll with advantage on my weapon damage, and I just had shit for rolls. Like if I rolled above like a 3 on my damage dice either time, I would have fucking taken him down.
Okay, cool. So Arianth and I just need to do as much damage as we
Yeah,
possibly
you need to do 5 to the one that has like a thing, and then maybe cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter again on the other one.
Yeah,
But-
that totally jives with Tohan's character too, though. Like,
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this, right? Yup. And then
Yeah, well, if I hit him on my first hit, I still would have had 2 more attacks.
yeah.
Like
He literally
so, it
just
would have been like a
barely is
bonus
alive.
attack.
Yep.
So it didn't work out at all, like I was hoping. Where I could just kill that guy on my first attack, and then still had 2 attacks on the other one. So
that was the biggest hold my beer, watch this fail.
yeah. But Dice Christ wasn't with me, so
Um, all right, Arianth, your
Matt-
turn.
All right. Shit. Okay, so we have the one with 5 from. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to cast the one in the corner that's damaged.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
Oh, just a second. Maggie can do another turn on dead. I guess it's a little bit risky because they could roll to avoid it. But that's another way to keep them from being able to do the thing this turn.
yeah, and it doesn't
Alright.
damage him. So
Right.
Yeah, as long as you guys don't hit him this time, you'll be fine.
Right. I mean, we can just choose not to take reactions on anything but the ones that are already damaged. So I don't know. Do you?
All right. Wait.
Should we
Well,
do that?
wait a minute. Hold on a second. So, can I cast Tasha's again while I have one under Tasha's?
Your concentration, I believe, would drop on the first one.
Yeah.
he
So-
needs to roll 2 to like concentration might break anyways because I damaged him.
Oh, do
Like,
I
so-
roll that
so-
on the damage?
So he gets advantage to get out of Tasha's Hideous Mind or Laughter.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, he rolled a 3 and a 13, so he did not. Even you hit it. He thinks that you not killing him is hilarious.
Which yeah.
How did you miss me? Like, but he's saying,
All right. Well,
he's saying it in rage.
all right. I have a bonus action that I'm gonna call my dire wolf up to deal with the guy who's laughing anyway. So, oops. What the hell did I just do here?
Nice.
But so I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna try for Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the one on the corner that's damaged. So that's a wisdom saving throw.
13. That's a fail.
That's a fail. So he's now had it. And now as my bonus action, I am going to bring up my oh god damn it. My D&D Beyond keeps going out. Sorry.
Your wolf
Wait,
friend.
I have to wait for I'm going to let's see here. My bonus action. I'm going to bring up my Hound of Ill Omened. And then use that to attack that one.
Gotcha. Rawr. There, we'll make him attack. Rawr. Bite.
Nice.
Bite him. Get
Yeah.
out.
All right. So I'm not sure how I have him attack. Do I let's see here?
So it should have a.
Oh, I have to
step up
roll
for it.
initiative for it. I'm gonna have to roll initiative for it first, I guess. Which is a 17.
All right.
Nice.
So it would be first to go anyway, so would I have it attack now or do I have to wait?
I honestly don't know the answer. We'll say for now that it can attack, but I don't guarantee that it will work that way in the future because I have to read up on that spell. For what is
The
it?
Hound appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within 30 feet of the target. I roll initiative for the Hound. On its turn, it can move only towards its target by the most direct route, and it can use its attack action only to attack its target. The Hound can make opportunity attacks, but only against its target. Additionally, while the Hound is within 5 feet of the target. The target has disadvantage on saving throws against any spell you cast.
Okay. So that'll take effect, but it wouldn't actually activate its turn. It'll go after the wraiths, but or I'm sorry, no, it would still go before the wraiths. They shared a they were one above Venadia, so yes, with a 17
Okay, so
you'd be above that. So it would be you finish your turn, then Maggie, then the wolf would be the order.
Okay, so that wolf will be there to take care of the wraith with 5 hit points, and the other wraith that is damaged just now has Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yep, I got the hideous laughter one marked, and then you've got one unharmed one, 2 unharmed ones, and this guy down here that already.
And then I'm gonna use my movement to move myself back out of as far away from the ones that's near me as I can.
Okay. I mean, you could fly like halfway across the block if you want. I don't know how far away do you want to be from them.
Well, actually, just make me go up.
Okay. So you're just kind of going up high enough where they can't get to you or anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Maggie, it is now your turn. You have one of these guys right in front of you.
Maggie's gonna move around to the other side of that without getting without leaving its range to provoke an opportunity.
Gotcha.
And does that put her 30 feet from all the wraiths?
Let's find out. You're definitely next to this one. Oops. Yeah, that puts you just. Let's see, it's 30 there, 30 there. I don't think it puts you 30 to this one. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it actually does.
So the further of the two, the one that's already damaged.
That guy was already damaged and did his tricky trick. This guy is not. That guy is not, and the one by you is not.
So it wouldn't apply to the one, the furthest one from me, but that one's already damaged anyway.
Yep. Yeah, you'd be able to get 4 out of the 5 of them.
All right. First, I'm gonna hit the damaged one with the frying pan. Hopefully this time.
Well, you rolled that. I'm gonna go grab myself a cigar.
No,
I'll be right back.
Finally got it. 23.
26. All right, that's gonna be a hit. I'll be back. 2 seconds.
Cool. All right. All right. So yeah, Maggie can either do the most damage-inducing spell possible at the.
All right. I'm back.
12 damage to that damaged one. And then, what do y'all think? I can either turn undead and just kind of get them all running, give us an opportunity to attack on the ones that we're trying to hit. And basically, they're just going to keep running. I was actually hoping to do this when they were all in that corner, because then they'd be trapped in the corner, which would be kind of fun. But until we decide to attack them, basically. That seems like the most sensible thing to do, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because then we can track them down one by one at our discretion. So as they run, there's a few that we can hit for opportunity attack, and there's a few that we should not hit for opportunity attack. All right, I'll do that and hope they don't pass the test.
All right.
So,
wisdom save. What
17.
is it? 17. All right.
Yep.
They're rolling at a +1.
Actually, I will use inspiration if this fails.
All right. The one nearest to you. That is a miss. The one by your celestial that has not been injured yet. 15 + 1 is a 16. That's a miss.
Nice.
The one in between the wolf and Venadia. That's a miss. The one farther away than that. 15 + 1 is 16. That's a miss. These damn giant dice are loaded, I'm telling you. That's all of them that needed to make a save. The farthest one away doesn't get turned, but the other ones do. All right, and then
The one that Tasha's one should have disadvantage too, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
So it'll turn
on
them
the first one. They're gonna fail it harder on the second one.
So they're still trying to get away, but they're like crawling, laughing, trying to get away.
Yeah, like they're just not going anywhere because they can't.
Maggie looks at Shazar and says, "This is the power of my lady Hestia."
He seems impressed. Like, genuinely. He's kind of back up on his feet and he's sort of watching the situation now. He's almost like just kind of like, okay, you guys are handling it. You got it. He's like standing by the door of the temple, like sort of on his guard.
All right, so Maggie is not going to take an opportunity attack, and the Celestial is also not going to take an opportunity attack because those two need to not get hit this turn. But I guess everybody else over there can hit the appropriate ones.
Okay. Jen, your wolf dude would go now, right after Maggie's turn, to attack the guy for his 5 hit points that he's...
All right.
I guess that's the only one we should kill, right? Because otherwise, like if anyone were to hit the one that's damaged by Venadia, then that one could do its thing next turn.
Well,
correct.
Yeah. Okay. So we can only hit the 5 hit point guy.
yeah, that's all I was planning on doing. All right. So, would I? It doesn't specify. It says I would use a direwolf stats for it, but it doesn't specify like if I would use my what my the hit bonus would be, if I would use mine or not.
Nope. It would get its own hit bonus based on its strength. Let's see if I got it in here. I have to look it up.
Has a +5 to hit.
There you go.
And then it does 2d6 plus 3 damage.
So D20 plus 5.
So 14 does not hit, right?
14 would not hit. That is correct.
All right. So I guess the direwolf's just gonna keep on him.
Okay. Does it have bite, paw, paw, or anything, Nick, while you get the stat block there?
No.
Well, it has pack tactics, so the wolf has advantage on attack rolls if a creature, one of its allies is within 5 feet, which I am. So,
yeah, absolutely.
So
you could.
So I can.
You would have advantage on that, yeah. So go ahead and roll another D20 plus 5.
Okay. And can I use my inspiration roll too if need be? The
yeah.
inspiration you give.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, inspiration is like another advantage, but what we'll do is it's basically you get a re-roll. So go ahead, use your advantage die that you get from it having pack tactics first. See if that hits. 'Cause if it hits, he's probably going to kill it. I assume he does more than 5 damage.
yeah, 2d6 plus 3 automatically does 5
exactly,
at the lowest.
so.
That's a 12.
Damn it.
12. Okay.
All right.
So now
I'll use my inspiration.
If you want to use your inspiration die for him, I will definitely allow it.
All right. I'm going to use my inspiration die.
Bite harder, wolf.
All right. That would be a 16.
That is still a miss.
Ooh.
Son of a bitch.
This wolf's just biting, and it's just this thing's giggling hysterically this entire time. Oh wait, well,
Like
technically he wouldn't have been, I think, because your concentration would have shifted the spell to the other guy, right? For hideous laughter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she probably would have had advantage anyways because he was prone. But
He's to that point when you're laughing
without the pack tactics. But yeah,
like you know when you get to the point when you've been laughing for like a solid minute and you're just exhausted and you're like, oh yeah, okay, whoo, that's a good one. Like that's where he's at right now. He's just.
I think Tohan's gonna have an opportunity attack as soon as that guy moves anyway, right?
Yeah, and he is turned too, so it's.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for the direwolf.
Okay. So wrath number 1. I'm gonna do this the right way and not just start moving pieces like a jackass like I did last time. All right, this guy moves away. He's going to try to get 30 feet away from Dave.
I'm gonna hit him.
All right.
I got a natural 20. It doesn't matter. I
Okay,
fucking
he's
murder.
dead.
I murder him so
You
much.
you murdered him. Fucking real. You just swipe the axe and he just blows away like a breeze.
Pink
Get out of
mist.
here. It's like you're swatting a
It
mosquito.
looks just like a Jackson Pollock painting on the fucking
Yeah.
sidewalk now.
Yeah.
All right.
That guy is dead.
And no other attacks against anyone.
Well, you've got the injured guy here. Okay, so let's see. Straight away from the source of their thing would be this way. That's you.
Mhm.
So we've got. I didn't give them each their own initiative, so it's sort of at my discretion, I suppose. But we'll say that this guy moves away. Venadia, you would gain an opportunity attack as he tries to move 30 feet away. Or as he is moving.
But
Is that one of
That
the
guy's
damaged
not been
ones?
hit, right?
That guy
Oh.
is the one you did damage. He's already
By the
been
way-
hit.
So he's the one with the Tasha Sidious laughter right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
and-
sorry.
and-
You're right.
Yeah, so-
Shit. You're right.
But yes.
So
Track.
he's not going
All
anywhere.
right, he's got to make
No.
a saving throw. Not until the end of his turn, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Alright.
correct.
Okay, so the
So
other-
regardless, we got to avoid hitting any of these until their turn has
Yep.
ended.
Yeah.
If we hit them, then
so the other guy moves 30 feet away.
is anyone getting Albany vibes from this town?
You know, you got,
Yeah.
You got like the palace.
Now that you mention it, I
you
am.
got the park, and then you got like the palace theater somewheres over here.
The fact
Yeah.
that there's like a dire wolf and like some ghosts dead on the street. It's
Yeah.
just like
Yep.
Deadbanger.
Is that the egg?
Oh my god, having like flashbacks of walking around at age 18.
Good old South Street.
Guy leaning against the door who's like also a dragon, but he's kind of fucked up right now.
Yeah, he's like, "What's up, man? How you doing, dude? What's this crazy shit, man? You guys shit going on." All right. Let's see. It's 1, 2. This guy moved. This guy does not have to move because he is not affected. This guy is, however, affected, so he goes running off this way. So they're starting to scatter now on you guys. One's just kind of running back into the corner that they all came out of. This guy is going to attack. 16 plus 7 to hit the Celestial.
It's been fun, Celestial. Thanks for your help.
Let's see, damage for that first hit would be 6.
Oh my god, still alive. That's great.
Multi attack, second attack, 17 plus 7, that's a hit.
Alright.
6 plus 4, that's 10.
Alright. Back to heaven with ye.
Alright, does not get any sort of movement on a bonus action. Alright, Oh, I fucked that all up too. I just read the Turning Defiance thing again and realized that a bunch of those guys would have had advantage in their saving throws, but oh well. Because when there's two of them next to each other, they give each other advantage on saving throws. Oh well. Let's see. I think that's it for these guys. I don't think he's even going to move. Well, you said that the Celestial died, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Celestial poofs. So he would probably move back towards you because you're the closest person. But he's not going to be able to reach you. He's going to be like in the crosswalk. Back to Venadia.
I'm getting kind of confused by what's on the board.
Okay. So you've got this guy here is the one that you damaged last turn. He's the only one of the guys that could pop off that effect to make more of them, because he's the only one that's been damaged during this combat that hasn't already done it. This guy has not been damaged, or I'm sorry, this guy has been damaged, but he already used his attack. This guy is not. He is currently turned and running away from Maggie. This guy has not been damaged, and he is running away from Maggie as well.
Alright.
That thing's dead.
Yeah, that guy's dead, right?
That
So the
guy's
one-
dead.
The one by Venadia is the one that we should wipe out this turn.
Yeah, well, because he's gonna as soon as he gets a turn, he's gonna bring more in, at least 2 of them. So
Well, he's currently has Tasha's Hideous Laughter as well, so
Right.
until the end of his turn, he still has to do a saving throw at the end. So
Oh.
he's
Right.
not doing anything this
but what's
turn.
the DC on that?
That's actually what he
16.
didn't do. Yeah, he missed it on his last turn there. So
Okay. But we should still wipe that one out because none of the
Yeah,
other
that's-
people can do their summon thing, so
Yeah,
we might as
that-
well.
That's definitely your priority.
Yep.
Dave, what's the duration on your turn undead, by the way?
I think it's a minute.
I think that's what I saw.
Okay, so like 10 rounds. Got it.
Yep, 1 minute.
All right.
I like that they're all just going to be running up against the building and then just kind of like caught there, or at least 2 of them will.
Well, maybe. I don't know. You kind of notice there is like a little alley in between.
Oh shit!
Might be where they came from.
Alley rats.
But who could possibly know that you guys were here?
Just follow the trail of dead.
Yeah, if they were critical rating 1 or lower too, they would just be destroyed by your turn undead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely try really hard to balance challenge ratings, and to the point where like you guys have been breezing through accurate or for like I use like an encounter calculator to determine if what CR creature should go against you, and then I like quadruple it because you guys just tear through shit. I'm like, all right, I'll just keep doubling it every time until somebody fucking dies. Like not necessarily, but you know, until there's the potential. I don't want you guys to have too easy of a time, then it's boring.
All right, let's wipe out the laughter
Sure.
guy.
All right, sword boy. Funny time's over.
You should have advantage on the guy with Tasha's because he should be prone too.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, well, out of the first attack, it's at 18.
Yep, that's a hit.
And then a 30.
Okay.
And a 29.
All right, all 3 hit.
Looks like 36.
All right. He goes down to 53 health. And continues to laugh. Right?
It's not
Yep.
funny.
He sure does. He continues to laugh.
Every time he gets damaged, though, he gets to
Yeah,
do a saving
he
throw.
just failed it. He just sucks.
I was
Oh,
gonna say
okay, gotcha.
he gets 3 attempts with advantage if he got hit 3 times.
In his defense, it is pretty funny.
Oh, that's true. He does. He does get three attempts. That's a 2. That's a 3. This dice hates me tonight. That's what it is. This dice is not. It must be like a dice of one of the gods of life or something. It's not an undead dice. That's for
But
sure.
yeah, that's definitely a Hestia die.
I need like the red and black ones or like something way edgier. All right. So yeah, he's hurt more and still laughing. Like I feel like he's doing the Joker thing when Batman beats the shit out of the Joker, and he just keeps laughing. That's what it's like. It's got to be
When
really
when he's locked up in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
All right, Tohan, finish him off in one blow.
Okay, I start laughing too.
You're like, you're right. This is funny.
All right, 24 to hit in the first one.
That's a hit. Yep.
And then a 23 to hit in the second.
All right, hit.
Wow, some garbage fucking damage rolls. So let's see. 10, 13, 23 plus 10, 14, 24. So 47 regular damage and 10 necrotic.
He's down.
52 all day.
Oh, is it 50? No, that'd be 54, right? And you say he had 53 hit points left. So it matters.
Okay. So 47 plus, but it was 10 necrotic, so that'd have been
10 necrotic. I'm sorry. So it's
So
halved.
52.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he has.
1 hit point.
Yeah.
All right, that is pretty funny.
Oh
He's-
man.
He's got a point.
I would like to point out Jen's wolf is still there. I don't know if she has to, right? Jen, that still is there.
Yeah.
Just like to give you
I-
guys some
I'm-
solace about that, because that could be really ugly. I don't want to have to continue this combat in the next session.
Mm.
Alright, it is Ariant's turn. This guy is
All right.
running by you.
All right, but we still have this one guy with 1 hit point left,
One
right?
hit point sitting there, yep.
All right. I am going to and I get advantage, right?
On what, specifically?
On attacks.
Because he's
prone and laughing.
Against the guy that's prone, yes.
Yeah, alright. So yeah, I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the one with 1 hit point.
Okay,
That's a 23 to hit.
that's a hit. He's dead.
Yes.
up in smoke.
With 3 damage.
Oh my god.
Alright.
So he just kind of sizzles to death.
Yep, he poofs.
Alright, and
What a world!
and as my bonus action, I give Bardic Inspiration to Maggie.
Okay.
Weird. All right. Does the direwolf go, or what's the?
I
Direwolf
think
goes after you, Maggie.
Okay. So Maggie's gonna move the pan over and smack the dude. Wait, the dude near her is the one that's been hit, right? Yeah,
Yes, he's
The
the
low
the
door.
old guy, yep.
as it were. All right. So the frying pan's gonna do. That is a hit, 24,
That's a hit, yep.
and I'm gonna do 11 damage.
Okay. He's down to 56.
All right. Maggie will. What's she gonna do? I guess she'll hit him with a guiding bolt. Nice. 22.
Yep, that hits.
All right. 20 damage, and next attack gets advantage.
Alright.
Damn, what level is that guiding bolt?
4th. Maggie's just like pissed. That I think she got like a 47 damage or something out of a guiding bolt one time.
Maggie, I feel like Maggie had to have dropped some expletives there. Like, I'm sick of all these motherfucking wraiths in this motherfucking city.
That's like 76 is no joke when it comes to casters, man. Plus, it adds gives the next attacker advantage. Like that's
Yeah,
pretty
that's,
good.
that's a big combo. Alright, it is the wolf's turn if there's nothing else, Maggie.
Yep, she's done action and bonus action. Yeah. Nope, that's it.
Okay. Wolf's turn.
So Maggie, did you just attack the one that already had damage and already did its thing?
Yep.
Okay, I will move. I assume it doesn't say anything about what I do with the wolf after its chosen person is. So I just assume it's free to go against anybody. So I move it to that one that already has damage and try to attack.
Okay. +5 to hit.
Wow, that's a 7. So Wolfie doesn't do anything.
Okay.
With advantage. though.
Yeah, he gets advantage because of pack tactics. So. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. That's right. Hold on. Try again. Nah, 8.
Also gets advantage because of guiding bolt.
Well, I already did advantage.
Yeah, I don't. The advantage
Oh,
wouldn't double on it. It's
Oh,
only
I
if
see.
there's a separate effect that gives you like a roll, like an inspiration roll or something. Is the only way to really get that like triple advantage going on.
Gotcha.
Should have gave advantage to your fucking wolf. I mean, your bardic inspiration to your wolf, rather.
Uh,
All right, that wraith.
Yeah, because the
Well,
wolf has
I-
a good chance of knocking it prone too, which is pretty fun.
well, at least with the wolf there, I get advantage on my spells against it. So
Nice.
There you go.
All right, this wraith goes around the corner and out of sight. This wraith goes around the corner to where you can just see him. This wraith wedges his ass somewheres in that alley. Not the roof.
Does a little parkour.
Yeah.
He turns into smoke and gets the fuck out of there.
Gotta get that parkour. Gotta get that parkour. Oh
we
fuck,
got 4 more
Hestia.
minutes on this. We got 4 minutes on this
I
call.
know it.
I would love to run the Rick and Morty campaign.
Yo, I will totally do that if you guys want. As I have the box set here. Like I will.
Do ya?
Run, yeah.
I was gonna say, I'll fucking buy it if you run it.
I'll run the shit out of the Rick and Morty thing. It's weird. That's so meta. It's like Rick and Morty and Rick and Morty and Dungeons and Dragons. It's bizarre the way they have it run. Like I don't know if you've watched any of it, but it's pretty awesome. All right, speed run D&D quick. It's the last guy. He's going to attack the wolf because it's standing there. First attack 10 plus 7 hits maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Second attack 6 plus 7 probably doesn't hit. Third attack is
Nope.
a 1.
It doesn't hit.
Alright, Wraith doesn't do anything else. I would assume at this point Jazar steps forward and breathes fire onto the Wraith and kills the fucking thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sorry, that took me a minute. It takes a second to get my breath back, you know.
Like in his human form, he's breathing fire.
Yeah, exactly. He just straight breathes a line of fire into the thing. Like, I'm not even roll for it because he's literally a CR-17 creature. These guys, for what it was worth, were challenge rating 8. If we had been playing for XP, they would have been worth 3,900 XP apiece.
Nice.
Nice.
How's our Google Meet doing? Is it done yet? Did we get kicked off yet?
We got 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh, no. All right. Well, do you guys want to call it here then, and we'll pick right up at the end of this?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
I
good.
mean,
Sounds good.
basically, the wraiths ran out through the city. Chazar would send his guards out after them. The attackers have been repelled by the dice rolls. That could have ended very differently, but I rolled all the dice rolls for that while you guys were battling these guys. Really, I rolled them all at the end. But so the city is saved for now, and Chazar is yet again in your debt, even more than he already was. So
Oh, yeah.
he's now more than willing to fly you guys to wherever you need to go on the next leg of your mission to get back to the future. Shit,
And fucking like kill a future lich too, right? And get all his dragon brothers to do the same. Hell yeah.
We'll just have to
Hey,
see.
can Jazar use his magic powers to give us the ability of a long rest again?
Well, it's like you guys just woke up, and it's been like an hour. So, I mean, you could definitely kick around the town for the rest of the day, but like that's up to you. He doesn't.
I'm
give a
better than
shit.
ever.
no.
I got 45 temporary hit points.
Oh no, I wasn't saying can we take a long rest. I was asking if Jazar can use his powers to give me the magic of a long rest.
No, unfortunately, he's already kind of spent for the day. That whole going up
Fair
and
enough.
using his legendary like tempest like flare thing that he does, that was pretty exhausting for him.
All right, guys, have a good night. I think we're about to get booted here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yep.
Have a good night,
Good night,
everybody.
guys.
I'll see you all
Y'all.
next week.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good night.